Welcome back for another episode of Zack's on Garage. We are back with the Toro Snowblower today. We're going to put some rubber paddles on to get some snow to shoot out a little bit farther today. I got my bibs and my lucky hat on. What can go wrong? I'm Zack and this is my odd garage. So as we talked about a little bit before, this is a two-stage snowblower. These front rotors chew the snow up and send it to the second set of rotors, which rotate this way to shoot them out of the chute and to wherever you're pushing the snow. So you can see these back rotators here and front rotors here. The issue with this is there is a pretty significant gap between the blade and the wall. You can see my fingers can fit through this gap here. So a lot of the snow gets trapped right here and it doesn't want to shoot out because the propeller's just holding it up. I got this piece of rubber for us to use. I'm going to cut it into 3 sections because there's 3 blades, and I got some washers and stainless screws so we can screw it into that metal plate, and hopefully we'll be able to see an improvement. So up here in Syracuse we got about 6 to 8 inches of snow the other day, so we're going to do a before and after paddles to show you what they can do. So I got the snowblower running, I'll get it over there and we'll start going. So you saw I had to stop a couple times because it was really getting jammed up in there, and I had to let it flow out. So hopefully these paddles will work as we think they do. To get some more room, I'm going to take the chute off. Got my handy Milwaukee. Milwaukee, this is not sponsored by you, but it should be. Send me your tools, I'll do some reviews. I love your tools. So I've measured this before because I had to try to find a nice piece of rubber. The rubber is 17.5 inches, so we can get 3 nice sections of 5 3/4. So I'm just gonna make sure we can fit that, but looking at it, looks pretty good. Yeah. So with 5 3/4, we can even overlap a little onto the angled piece. So that's nice. Here's our rubber. Let's get cutting. If we do 3 5-inch sections, we can use the existing holes on the rubber and not have to drill. So we're gonna do that. I pre-marked them. Now I'm just gonna take a block of wood and cut them. Here we go. Now I used a utility knife. I just changed my blade on it to make sure it was super sharp to cut right through this rubber because it's pretty thick rubber. I got some stainless self-drilling screws. These are sheet metal screws. So the self-drilling part, you lose like a 1/4 inch here because this has to self-drill into the metal. And these ones have hex heads on them. So I'm going to use my impact. Hopefully drive them right in. I got a piece of rubber lined up here. I got the first impeller so it was lined up with the wall as flat as it could be. Nice and parallel. I pressed the rubber up against this wall. I also am going to throw on some fender washers. If you remember from the hardware video, fender washers are a little bit bigger than normal washers. Spread out that surface area and it's going to keep my hex head in place and it's not going to go through those existing holes. For example, if I just used my screw into the hole, it does sit there, but maybe over time and when I drill it in, it might sit into the rubber. With the fender washer on there, I now have this big amount of area and it's very unlikely that this is going to go into the rubber. It's going to help us a lot. I got stainless because stainless doesn't rust. This is rusty enough. I don't need anything else rusting in case I need to take these off again, maybe improve. I don't know how they're going to work. So we're going to see right now. Okay, so that was a fail. I think it's because they're probably made for not as thick metal as these are. So I'm gonna pre-drill some holes and they should go in a lot easier. I picked a drill bit that was a little bit smaller than the screw, so there was some metal left for it to dig in. I had a dimple mark already on there from where it started, so I'm gonna do that one. And we'll make another mark for the second one. So as usual, we hit our first problem. I can't get the drill bit in there because the drill is obviously too fat to go as far as where that hole is there. So thinking either of drilling a new hole or just getting a longer drill bit. All right, we are back at it. I got a new drill bit. Now, here was the issue. My drill was hitting here, so I couldn't drill the inner hole. Instead of getting a really long 1/8 inch drill bit, I went with a 1/4 inch engaged drill bit. So this is an 1/8 inch drill bit, and you can put it into a standard 1/4 inch drill socket. So I have a 12 inch extension. I thought that would be stronger than a 12 inch 1/8 inch drill bit because it was pretty flimsy. I'm setting the second one in, and then just gonna send it. Number 2 is in. Let's see. 3 done. So now we have all 3 paddles are in there. The only thing I'm worried about, it feels really tight. We're gonna see how it performs now. Wouldn't even move. So what's happening is this corner is hitting as it comes up to the top, right there. So I'm gonna trim a little triangle out of it. We'll see how that works. Well, thanks for watching another episode of Zack's Garage. I think there's an unrelated problem with the first stage. It's not really driving as fast as it normally does. We saw that when I had no blades and with the new blades in. But when it was going, I think it did shoot snow a little bit farther. We'll see in another episode of Zack's Garage. We'll look into that next problem. When Kenley comes next week, we're going to do all her fluids. Hit miss tank coating. I got it drying in the basement. Should be able to get that coating going. Got some new fun projects coming up in a couple weeks. Mickey's coming next week. We should be able to crank out some good videos, so we'll keep that content coming. Have a great holiday next week. I know the next video will come out after Christmas, so Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Any other holidays that I missed, happy holidays in general. And have a Happy New Year. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day. Like, subscribe, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys want to see. Follow me on Instagram. Have a great rest of your weekend.